John Beltran back for this regional final between the Brush Bead Diggers, the number 25 seed, pulling off the upset of Roaring Fork, the host school, an 8th seed last night, 64-54, as Brush will be taking on Wiggins. And this is a rematch of the January 23rd game won by Wiggins and Brush. Wiggins seeded 9th in his 32-team Class 3A state tournament. They won that game in Brush 45-34. And we know since then the Brush offense has picked up quite a bit. And we'll see if the defense can play as well as they did last night. Because that was a lower scoring game where Brush's defense made the biggest mark was in the opening quarter, where they allowed just 7 points. And they made a statement in the first 8 minutes of the game after giving up 14 points in the second quarter, 18 in the third, and 15 in the fourth. But that doesn't mean that they certainly didn't come to play on that end, but they set the tone early. And when you set the tone early on the road, you're always playing catch-up, and that's what Roaring Fork was doing last night. That's what the Bead Diggers hope that Wiggins will be doing this afternoon, as this game will start 45 minutes after the 12:30 scheduled time. Starting lineups will be introduced momentarily, and the Bead Diggers had as balanced an effort as you could have when they had 4 players in double figures last night. Keys to the contest brought to you by B&B Appliance. With over 30 years of experience, they can help match the appliances to your needs. 502 Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. Control the basketball. Don't commit turnovers. You can say that for virtually every game, but you can't say this for every game. The balance that Brush had last night is going to be paramount to this particular game, not only with a double figure scoring, but hitting the boards and sharing the basketball. And you put together that type of effort and performance, the Bead Diggers would be headed to the 3A state quarterfinals beginning on Thursday from Hamilton Gym on the campus of the University of Denver. The Bead Diggers, being the lower seed, just like last night, will be wearing their road uniforms. That's the maroon-colored uniforms, while Wiggins will be in their home whites. And one thing that I was noting here before the broadcast and watching Wiggins warm up, and I haven't really seen this. Maybe this is something that, in terms of fashion wear for high school teams, they have these sleeveless shirts that they put over their jersey, sleeveless with a hoodie. Never seen that in the sport of basketball. I mean, yeah, the sleeveless, but not the hoodie, and it's not the actual jersey. It's like a covering to their actual game jerseys, as this is the second of the games to be played today from Roaring Fork High School. The Roaring Fork girls, in another 8-9 matchup, defeated Thomas McLaren School, and that final score was 69-56. All right, the Wiggins boys are led all season long, as I mentioned, by Michael Adamson and Jackson Adams, along with Jace Izaguirre. So they've got 3 guys that can really do it on the floor, on the defensive end, and on the boards as well. They've got some height on that team, including a couple of 6'3" players that the Bead Diggers will have to contend with. But we know that with Lucas Caballero and Kiko Pena, who did sustain an injury early in the game and came back in the fourth quarter, Brush was able to pound their way, especially on the offensive end. Conrad Kastrup and Edgar Ortiz had some nifty moves down low, and those are some big, strong guys, but they've also got some very nimble footing. And when you've got that type of athleticism on bigger players, that can fool somebody defensively. They don't expect that. They expect that from slinkier, shorter players, so to speak, or guys that are built with long legs, not guys that look like linebackers but are very good basketball players in Ortiz and Conrad Kastrup. So momentarily we'll get to the starting lineups, and this is obviously much more of a sparse crowd than we would have expected had Roaring Fork defeated Brush last night. Because right now, I mean, there are a lot more empty seats than there are spaces filled by spectators. And that's because this game is being played in Carbondale, and Morgan County is not very close to Carbondale. Starting lineup is brought to you by Stubbs. Sports fans, when you're traveling, you need one stop that has it all, no doubt about it. On I-76, take exit 66A in Wiggins. That is Stubbs, and they'll introduce everybody for this regional championship game. The winner to play on Thursday against either Strasburg or Highland. They're meeting right now in Strasburg. And again, that's a common opponent for Wiggins and Brush. Wiggins lost to Strasburg by 44. Brush defeated Strasburg by 15. But that's certainly a false sense of security if we expect the B-Diggers, just based on those two results alone, to win this particular game. So here we go with the starting lineups to be introduced. For those who are wondering, I am broadcasting this game north of Tampa, Florida, as I did last night. I'm in San Antonio, Florida. There's a San Antonio, Texas, but this is San Antonio, Florida now for the B-Diggers. And Donovan Bauer did not start last night for Brush. He came off the bench. So it's the same starting lineup as last night for the B-Diggers, as they go with Eric Rico, Thatcher Queen, along with Edgar Ortiz, Dre Bauer Reeves, and Payson Poland. Those are your starters for the Brush B-Diggers in their 25th game of the season. Wiggins also playing their 25th. The B-Diggers at 12-12. Wiggins at 17-7. All right. B-Digger starters are just waiting on their side of the floor. We haven't even got to the Wiggins starters yet. And this is a senior-laden team. I find it funny when they introduce the starters and they say the starters tonight when it's 1:15 in the afternoon. But it's an indoor sport. Jackson Adams, Grady Wilson, Jace Izaguirre, the leading scorer, averaging 14.3 points and 5.8 rebounds a game. Michael Adamson and Jack Eppel. Opening tip is brought to you by Northeastern Junior College at njc.edu. It'll be Jack Eppel, jumping center. And for the B-Diggers, Dre Bauer Reeves, who's giving up a couple of inches, 2 to 3 inches on Jack Eppel. Wiggins again in their white uniforms with the orange numerals. The B-Diggers maroon uniforms with the white numerals. And this regional championship game from Carbondale is underway. The tip is controlled. Well, it was, but the ball was descending before it was tipped by Eppel, so they have to re-jump. Yeah, that was a very high toss by the official. Let's see if this is a little bit lower. Well, it is a little bit lower. Controlled by Wiggins. On the outside right, Adamson with the basketball as they swing it around. Grady Wilson on the outside left, guarded by Rico. Cross-court pass to Adams. Now here's Wilson, left wing three in the air, good. Grady Wilson scores the first points of the game for Wiggins. 3-0 in the backcourt. Payson Poland dribbles into the front court, swings it right side for Queen. Back out to Poland, straight away for Eric Rico. Free throw line for Ortiz with a chest pass. Takes a couple of dribbles, back out to Poland. Right to the free throw line. Now free throw line Ortiz, good. 15-footer is nailed by Edgar Ortiz. Wiggins 3, Brush 2, 7:19 to go in the opening quarter. On the high left is Izaguirre. Swings it cross court to Adams. Left-handed dribble. Bounce pass on the high right to Wilson. Free throw line for Eppel. Eppel left-handed dribble. Penetrating all the way is Izaguirre. Cross court. Right corner. 3 is up, and that is good again. And this guy is red hot. First 2 shots, Grady Wilson nails another triple. Wiggins leads 6-2. They cannot stay that hot. In the backcourt, Payson Poland with the basketball. Neither team has missed a shot. Only 3 have been taken so far. Ortiz straight away. Looking for the 3, won't take it. On the outside right to Poland. Right corner, Queen penetrates. Bounce pass to Ortiz. He banks and misses. Gets the rebound. He's going to have to dribble and kick it back out. Queen, right corner 3 is off the back of the rim. And the rebound is grabbed by Wiggins' is Michael Adamson. Into the front court is Adamson. Swings it right side to Adams. Cross court to Wilson. Got to guard him. Penetrates. He's cut off over there by Poland. Swings it back out to Adamson. Left corner. Wilson penetrates. Left baseline. Lays it up. And he missed it. He puts it back up and misses again. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. That's off Ortiz. They've got to contain Grady Wilson. He is torching Brush here in the early going, grabbing rebounds, scoring 6 points. And Wilson to throw it in. In the left corner, here's Adams. Adams at the free throw line. Jump pass in the corner. Now cross-court pass to Wilson. Fakes the three. Dribbles. Steps in. Baseball pass inside all the way. Banking and scoring is Jackson Adams. And all of a sudden, Wiggins with an 8-2 lead on a 5-0 run. We've got 5:58 to go in the first quarter in this regional title game from Roaring Fork High School in Carbondale. Thatcher Queen well beyond the three-point line. Hands it off to Dre Bauer-Reeves. Bauer-Reeves bounce pass. Free throw line to Ortiz. Dribbles, turns. Back out. Here's Eric Rico. On the outside right, pass is knocked out of bounds by Wilson, intended for Dre Bauer-Reeves. B-Diggers to throw it in, three-quarters court. First quarter is brought to you by Better Electric, covering all the electric work. Better does matter, 970-521-1030. Right corner three, Queen, back of the rim, no. Jack Eppel grabs the rebound. Wiggins off to an excellent start, up by 6 with 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. Here is Adamson in the lane, jump pass, three in the air is up, and that is good. And that looked like it was nailed by Grady Wilson again. He's got 9 points. The B-Diggers got to stop him. And then the ball is tipped away, intercepted in the back court. Here's Wilson in the right corner, stepping in, bounce pass inside, banking and scoring is Jackson Adams. B-Diggers need a timeout in the worst way possible. A 10-0 run for Wiggins. With 5:04 to go in the first quarter, Wiggins in this regional title game leads Brush 13-2. And this is what happened in the first meeting back on January 23rd. They got off to a really solid start in Brush. And even though that ended up being a low-scoring game, 45-34, the B-Diggers could never recover from a really shaky first quarter, and the same thing is happening here. But Wiggins is not missing. And you figure at some point the Tigers are going to miss and the B-Diggers are going to hit their shots. Edgar Ortiz nailed the first shot he took, and then Brush has missed all their shots since then. But again, no reason to panic. But now you cannot let this become a 15 or 20 point game. If not, you're just climbing uphill the remainder of the game. Rico in the backcourt pressure being applied by Wiggins. Donovan Bauer-Reeves into the game. Front court pass is taken by Dre. Bounce pass to Ortiz at the free throw line. Swings it straight away to Rico on the outside right to Donovan. Back out to Rico, motioning the offense for Brush. Baseball pass right side to Dre. Dre with a crossover dribble, picks up the dribble. Looking, bounce pass straight away to Ortiz. Edgar Ortiz retreats and feeds it back out to Dre on the left wing to Rico. Left corner, here's Donovan Bauer-Reeves backing in on the defender, and then he traveled. Steps called against Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Second turnover for Brush. Wiggins has played perfect basketball so far with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. In the second round state tournament game in a regional final, they lead Brush 13-2. Adamson all the way, puts it up short from 3 feet away, and looked like Donovan Bauer-Reeves was fouled. He was by Eppel. If they can get Eppel out of there, because he's a big body, that would certainly help Brush. It'll be B-Digger basketball. And again, the press being applied by Wiggins. With 4:23 to go first quarter, Wiggins 13, Brush 2. In the backcourt, pass into Ortiz. And then the baseball pass, jump pass intercepted by Adams, and then stolen away by Donovan Bauer-Reeves. They exchange turnovers in a span of 2 seconds. On the outside right, Dre Bauer-Reeves between his legs, right of the lane, all the way leans, puts it up off the bottom of the backboard, but he was fouled. And that's the reason the shot was missed so badly. And here we go. Jack Eppel has committed his second foul. That should land him on the bench. They got to make a substitution, you would think. They're going to call that on the floor. Okay. And there is the first substitution for Wiggins. Let's see if that's Isaac Flores. Nope. We'll find that player. Right corner, Queen. He'll take the three. That's good off the inbounds pass. That's a big three for the B-Diggers. Thatcher Queen connects. It stops the 10-0 run. Wiggins 13, Brush 5. 3:56 to go, first quarter. With the basketball is Adams, now to Grady Wilson. Wilson had the ball stripped from behind, loose in the backcourt, picks it back up, dribbles into the front court. Inside pass and banking and scoring as the B-Diggers did not guard Michael Adamson. By himself down low, banked it in. It's 15-5. In the backcourt, Donovan Bauer-Reeves dribbles by 2. Swings it right side to Dre. Dre Bounce pass to Ortiz. Into the paint. Trapped. Straight away. Rico. Three in the air. Off the back of the rim. And the ball is poked out of bounds from behind by Dre Bauer-Reeves. Wiggins basketball. Brush was missing their threes after taking the lead. Then they got hot, with Dre and Donovan hitting the threes along with Thatcher Queen. And Grady Wilson has been in control so far for Wiggins, a 10-point lead with 3:18 to go in the first. In the left corner, a three by Adamson is off the front of the rim, but the ball is rebounded by Wiggins. Adamson again dribbles, pulls up, and scores with a right hand. Little 5-footer with a right hand for Michael Adamson. 17-5 Wiggins. 3 minutes to go, first quarter in this regional title game. Bauer-Reeves into the lane. Bauer-Reeves has to kick it back out to Rico. Now to Conrad Kastrup. Spinning, turning, shooting, missing a travel prior to that. 4 turnovers for Brush. Wiggins basketball. The B-Diggers have committed 3 more turnovers than Wiggins up to this point. They've got to stop Grady Wilson, though. This guy's a terror. Here's Wilson with the basketball. He's going to hand it off. That could be Alex Tarango. Now the three is up, and that is missed by Adamson. And a strong right-handed rebound pulled down by Thatcher Queen. B-Diggers down by 12. 2.5 to go in the first. Thatcher Queen swings it right side to Dre Bauer-Reeves on the right baseline. Back out to Queen. Hands it off to Dre Bauer-Reeves between his legs. Bounce pass to Conrad Kastrup at the top of the three-point circle. Back out to Rico. Long three, Donovan. It is blocked. Blocked by Adamson and taken away by Jackson Adams. And then it's stolen by the B-Diggers. Rico over to Bauer-Reeves. He scores. Donovan scores off the steal. Second turnover. Donovan with his first points. Rushes down by 10. On the outside left is Arath Carrasco into the game. On the outside right now to Wilson. B-Diggers are right on top of Wilson this time. Here's Adams, left-handed dribble, jump pass, left side, long three is up, and that is missed by Carrasco. Adams had the rebound, couldn't pull it in. The ball is loose, and the floor is still loose, and it's poked by Rico over to Conrad Kastrup. Excellent effort and performance there by Rico. Here's Dre Bauer-Reeves into the front court, swings it back out to Rico. Minute 34 to go in the first quarter. Queen, wide open three in the corner. Yes! Thatcher Queen does it again. He's got 6 points. The B-Diggers are down now by 7. It's a 5-0 run for Brush. Wiggins 17, Brush 10. A minute 20 to go in the opening quarter. Trying to get that Wiggins player out there. That could be Mason Forsha. And then that three is up and in. That looked like it was a 2. I looked away for just a second, but that looked like Jackson Adams scored 19-10 in favor of Wiggins. Donovan Bauer-Reeves, left side, long three is off the back of the rim. And the rebound is pulled down by Forsha. Wiggins the other way, looking to go back up by double digits. There's the jump pass, left side, left of the lane, all the way. A scoop is up and off the back of the rim. And a rebound by Conrad Kastrup. He's fouled. Well, now that will tell me, because it's hard to see that uniform number. That's the weirdest looking number I've seen. Kastrup is fouled. Let's say they even put the number up there, the player who fouled for Wiggins. It's a single digit. They're going to put up Carrasco, but that doesn't look right. Either way, that's who they call the foul on. Eric Rico in the backcourt, 19-10 Wiggins. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rico, overhead pass, left baseline. Here's Donovan Bauer-Reeves in the lane. He hooks it up and around and no good, but a foul. Strong move to the basket. Donovan Bauer-Reeves, a freshman, is very, very smooth. The foul was committed by Michael Adams in his first. Grady Wilson with 9 points in the early going for Wiggins. The freshman, Donovan Bauer-Reeves, shoots and connects. Donovan now with 3 points in the game. First free throws taken by either team. And we've only got 33.3 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Second free throw is up and in. Wiggins 19, Brush 12. Now you got to play solid defense for the final 30 seconds. Down by 7, no big deal. You were down by double digits. Here's Wilson straight away. Picked up over there by Rico. Now to Adamson. Left baseline, penetrating. Jump pass, right wing. Here's Adamson backing up for a three, and that's short. And the ball is rebounded by Conrad Kastrup. B-Diggers have 8 seconds to go. Kastrup still in the backcourt with 6. Now with 5. And then the ball was tipped out of bounds B Diggers retain possession with 3.2 seconds to go. Rico to throw it in near midcourt. He gets it into Donovan Bauer-Reeves. He takes a long three off the back of the rim. And that's the end of the opening 8 minutes of this game in this regional title game with a score. Wiggins 19, Brush 12 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Wiggins 19, Brush 12 as we head to the second quarter of this Sweet 16 game. The B Diggers have the basketball. Here is Edgar Ortiz back out to Dre Bauer-Reeves straight away. Free throw line for Ortiz, 19-12. Wiggins in the lead. The three for Dre Bauer-Reeves is in and out. And the ball is off of Wiggins out of bounds. Teammates collide. Eppel and Izaguirre collided, and that benefited Brush. Again, I don't know if that's Tarango. That's the weirdest looking single number. That must be a 0, Alex Tarango for Wiggins. Bounce pass in the corner for Ortiz. Now to Rico. In the left corner, ball is poked out of bounds, intended for Poland, knocked away by Izaguirre. B Diggers retained possession. Check that with Jackson Adams instead. Bounce pass left of the lane. Here is Edgar Ortiz. Jump pass straight away for Poland. Back out to Bauer-Reeves to Rico. Now on the outside right to Poland. Right corner is Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Overhead pass, jump pass down low for Ortiz. The ball is intercepted, taken away. The B Diggers with 5 turnovers. Wiggins had 2 in the opening quarter. Setting up the offense is Jackson Adams. Over to Tarango. In the left corner now is Izaguirre. Down low. Trapped over there is Adams. Now in the right corner to Wilson. Jump pass to Tarango. On the high right. Double team now is Tarango. Jump pass left wing to Izaguirre. Fakes the three. Looked like he took steps. No whistle. Back out to Tarango straight away. Izaguirre fakes the three. Dribbles left baseline. And he was fouled. Dre Bauer-Reeves got him with a body. Penetrating along the left baseline. That's the first foul committed by Brush in the game, and we played nearly 1 minute in the second quarter. Grady Wilson torched the B Diggers with 9 points, 3 threes in the opening quarter, but Brush has played a lot better defense on him. Tarango three is up, and that is short, and it's off the top of the backboard. Brush basketball. And as it goes out of bounds, didn't matter anyway. It was bouncing around the top of the backboard. Rico into Edgar Ortiz. Neither team has scored in the first minute plus, and then the ball goes through the hands of Dre Bauer-Reeves near midcourt, out of bounds. 6 turnovers for Brush. Keep in mind, last night they had 13 in the entire game. So this is not a good sign. The B Diggers are going to have to control the basketball a lot better than they've done so far as they trailed 19-12. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. Tarango on the outside left, bounce pass inside to Adams, has a defender in the air, puts it up from 5 and misses. Donovan Bauer-Reeves grabs the rebound for the B Diggers. Donovan Bauer-Reeves in the left corner is going to have to kick it back out somewhere, picks up the dribble, does it, a bounce to Dre. Dre in the high left, straight away to Rico. Into the lane to Ortiz, back out to Poland. Top of the three-point circle, Rico. Free throw line for Donovan Bauer-Reeves with a chest pass. Bounce pass is taken by Dre, now to Rico. Free throw line for Ortiz, watch out for behind. Edgar Ortiz bounce pass inside, poked away, but that was a foul. Izaguirre used his body to try to intercept that pass, and he commits the foul. B Diggers retain possession. Rico to throw it in on the offensive end underneath the basket. Rico looking inside Ortiz, defender in the air, banks and scores. What a great look there by Eric Rico as Ortiz puts it in. Ortiz now with 4 points. The B Diggers trail by 5. Wiggins 19, Brush 14. 6 minutes remaining before halftime. Wilson overhead pass in the high left to Izaguirre. Cross-court pass, it's going to be tipped away, intercepted by Rico. It's a 2-on-2. Rico to Bauer-Reeves. Donovan all the way, scoops it up and in. A little floater for Donovan Bauer-Reeves. He's got 6. The B Diggers were down by double digits. Now they only trail by 3. Tarango on the outside left, back out to Izaguirre. 19-16. Wiggins has not scored in the quarter. Straight away, here's Tarango on the outside right to Wilson in the corner. This is Michael Adamson. Jump pass down low for Eppel. Lost the ball, got it back, and then he threw it away. Intended for Adams. And Wiggins is now falling apart. That is their 4th turnover. B Diggers have the basketball with a chance to tie the game with 5:26 to go in the second quarter. Again, defense set the tone last night in the first quarter. They're doing the same here in the second. Donovan Bauer-Reeves bounce pass to Dre. Dre across the timeline on the high right. Dre all the way, puts it up. He left it short, and that's an offensive foul. I think he forced that one. He was looking to create some daylight, but he really forced it and commits the offensive foul, which is turnover number 7 for Brush. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there. There were 2 defenders there. He had a teammate open in the corner, but it's okay. I mean, he was trying to be aggressive. Wilson on the outside left to Adams. Back out to Wilson. Free throw line. Here is Michael Adamson, averaging 14 points a game during the regular season. In the left corner, Izagirre, a wide open 3 is an air ball, but it's chased down there by Jackson Adams. They reset. Izagirre on the high left. 3 minutes have been played. Wiggins has not scored in the quarter. The B-Diggers have only tallied 4 points, trailed by 3. Izagirre in the corner with the basketball. Dribbles to his right. Picked up over there by Payson Poland. Maintains the dribble. Bounce pass. Turning, shooting, and scoring. A 15-foot turnaround for Michael Adamson. He's got 6 points unofficially. That stops the short brush run, 21-16. And Enrico, a dangerous pass poked out of bounds by Adamson at midcourt. B-Diggers retain possession with just over 4.5 to go before halftime. Wiggins 21, Brush 16. Rico on the outside left to Donovan Bauer-Reeves in the corner, guarded by Adamson. Penetrates left baseline, all the way up and under. Reverse layup. He misses off the bottom of the rim. Long baseball passes out of bounds off the hands of Jackson Adams. Turnover number 5 for Wiggins. Good idea by Donovan, but he didn't have much there. Thatcher Queen is back in for Payson Poland. Very low scoring second quarter. 4 points for Brush, 2 for Wiggins, nearly halfway through. Dre Bauer-Reeves over to Rico. Rico on the high left to Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Now to Rico straight away. Over to Donovan on the outside left. Bounce pass to the left corner for Ortiz. Bauer-Reeves 3. Yes! Donovan Bauer-Reeves, a triple from the parking lot. He's got 9 points in the opening half. Brush trails 21-19. 3:55 to go before halftime. Jackson Adams at the top. Baseball pass left corner for Izagirre. Guarded by Thatcher Queen. Dribbles to his right. Now picked up by Dre Bauer-Reeves near the timeline to Wilson. They have smothered Wilson since he made those threes in the first quarter. Here is Eppel inside. Check that. That's going to be, I believe, Adamson who banks and scores off that feed. Michael Adamson was wide open. He's got 8 points. Got to cover him. He's the leading scorer all season. And then a pass in the front court off the hands of Bauer-Reeves out of bounds. B-Diggers getting a little bit careless here with 8 turnovers. As Wiggins did make a substitution with Carter Roberts, who had a great feed there on the bucket by Adamson. Roberts on the high left. Cross-court pass is taken on the right baseline. Now inside and scooping it up. Adamson bangs, scores, and a foul. B-Diggers commit the foul. Watch out for Adamson. 6 points in the quarter. All of a sudden, Wiggins has a 6-point lead. And now an and one. Should be 25-19 on the board. They have not put the 2 points up on the board. Yep, there you go. The B-Digger foul committed by Donovan Bauer-Reeves for a 7-point lead. The free throw is up and in. So Wiggins now has scored the last 5 points of the game. 3:13 to go before halftime. Thatcher Queen to Eric Rico. Rico dribbles out of traffic, jump pass to Ortiz on the outside left, and then a terrible pass intended for Dre Bauer-Reeves, intercepted by Carter Roberts. All the way, a shot is up and missed by Wilson, fouled by Donovan Bauer-Reeves from behind. The B-Diggers are going to need a timeout. They're going to need a timeout because they have come unglued here in the last minute plus with some careless passing. And in this case, the second foul committed by Donovan Bauer-Reeves, and a chance for Grady Wilson to get into the double-digit scoring column. His free throw is up and good. And that's now a 6-0 run for Wiggins. Conrad Castro back into the game for Edgar Ortiz. Wiggins 27, Brush 19. Again, the B-Diggers were down by 12 early. Second free throw, yes. The Wiggins lead is up to 9, 28-19. Need a bucket on this possession. Under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Donovan Bauer-Reeves now to Conrad Castro. On the right baseline to Queen. Tries to dribble out a traffic strip from behind. And the ball is stolen by Grady Wilson. Then Wilson had the ball stripped out of bounds. I thought it went maybe off his leg. Nope, it went off a B-Digger. Brush has committed 6 turnovers in this quarter, 10 in the game. Wiggins with 5 turnovers, all unofficial. The inbounds pass taken by Wilson, outside left to Adamson. Long three is off the back of the rim. However, Jackson Adams grabs the long rebound. And then the shot from 10 feet away is into the lane and good. And that's made by, looked like Adams scored there. And it's now a 9-0 run for Wiggins. They're back up by double digits, 30-19. Jump pass to Conrad Kastrup on the outside left. Kastrup looking, still looking, near the timeline to Rico. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Bauer Reeves fakes the three, slips, and he was pushed. That's why he slipped. Jace Izaguirre committed the foul. So the Beat Diggers have the basketball. Izaguirre with a second. Rico to throw it in on the outside left to Donovan. Now to Rico with 2:10 remaining second quarter. Wiggins by 11, 30-19. Rico, left baseline to Queen. Defender in the air. Bounce pass went off the foot of a Wiggins Tiger, but it was not a kicking violation, and there's a steal. Here's Jackson Adams. Baseball pass to Wilson. Wilson had the ball stolen away by Donovan Bauer Reeves. Donovan is going to pull up from 10 feet, and he misses it badly. They could not capitalize on that turnover off the back of the rim. Now the Beat Diggers have gone cold in this quarter. Nearly an over and back. With the basketball's Mason Forsha. Now a 15-footer's missed by Adamson. Straight away the rebound to Donovan Bauer Reeves, his second rebound. Across the timeline is Dre. The Beat Diggers have not scored in nearly 3 minutes. Kastrup in the lane. Right corner Queen takes the three. And that one is up and around, no good. Ball is poked out of bounds by Donovan Bauer Reeves. Wiggins basketball. Wiggins won the opening meeting on January 23rd in Brush by 11 points, and they lead by 11 with 1:22 to go before halftime. And to throw it in is Carter Roberts. And here is Grady Wilson. Beat Diggers in a 2-1-2 defense. Straight away is Adams. 16-footer good for Jackson Adams. He's got 10 points unofficially. And now it is an 11-0 run for Wiggins. Kastrup into the front court, outside left. Donovan Bauer Reeves, bounce pass to Rico. Near the top of the three-point circle. Brush has gone cold. Dre Bauer Reeves into the paint, lost control. Stolen from behind, another turnover by Brush. Their 8th of the quarter, 12th of the game. And Wiggins is in cruise control with 47.7 seconds to go before the break. Mason Forsha straight away. On the outside left to Roberts. Left corner wide open. Adamson three, and that's well short. But he grabs his own rebound. He banks and scores. Beat Diggers did not block out Adamson, who's got 9 points in the quarter. It is now a 13-0 run for Wiggins. They lead 34-19 with 32.8 seconds to go before halftime. And the Beat Diggers have called a timeout. It fell apart just like that after Donovan Bauer Reeves hit a three. And Brush was looking good, but now you've got a major hill to climb once we get to the second half. And that was a demonstration for Brush of not even blocking out. Adamson scored after missing a three in the corner. Rarely do you see somebody follow up a miss on a three-point shot with nobody blocking out. But that's what happened there. Let's see if the Beat Diggers can put together a solid possession, at least to have some momentum. Dre and Donovan Bauer Reeves, Thatcher Queen, Conrad Kastrup, and Eric Rico on the floor. Rico throws it into Kastrup. Back out to Rico with a right-handed dribble. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to Kastrup. Kastrup looking. Still looking. Left-handed dribble on the high left. He's going to hand it off to Donovan Bauer Reeves. 20 seconds to go. Second quarter. Dre on the high right. Now to Rico. 16 seconds. Bauer Reeves with a three. And Donovan misses it. And the ball is tipped around. Chased down by Thatcher Queen in the corner. And he was nearly fouled. And now the ball is loose. No foul. Taken away by Wiggins. 5 seconds to go. Adamson over to Wilson. Wilson all the way. Puts it up with the right hand and misses. And then we've got a rebound by Adamson. That's the end of the opening half. Wow, that was rough for Brush. Very rough over the final 4 minutes. They were down 21-19. And then Wiggins scores the final 13 points of the second quarter. And a 7-point lead after one is now a 15-point lead after the first 16 minutes of basketball. Let's take a break. We'll come back with a first half recap of this regional title game from Carbondale. It's Wiggins 34, Brush 19. This is 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Wiggins 34, Brush 19 as we head to the third quarter of this Sweet 16 game in the 3A state tournament. Third quarter brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are very important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. No question about that. Visit buildingsbydesign.com. Wiggins has the basketball. Jace Izaguirre throws it into Grady Wilson. Picked over there by Payson Poland. Now to Jackson Adams. Here's Adamson, 15-footer straight away, no good. And nice rebound there, a two-handed rebound grabbed by Payson Poland to Brush. Now the Bee Diggers want to get the offense going. They did not score in the final 3.5 minutes of the opening half. Rico on the outside right to Dre Bauer-Reeves in the corner to Poland. Penetrating right baseline. Looking for Edgar Ortiz. Trapped over there. Back out to Dre. Over to Eric Rico. Now to Ortiz on the outside left. The Queen three is up and good. Thatcher Queen has nailed another three. That's his third trifecta of the game. Good start for the Bee Diggers. 34-22. There's the overhead pass to Wilson. Long three is up, and that's no good. The ball is chased down by Queen near the corner. His second rebound. Here's Eric Rico in the backcourt. Looking, jump pass is floated near midcourt, poked out of bounds by Michael Adamson. Brush basketball. Rico to throw it in. They had a big second half offensively last night. Bee Diggers had just 23 points in the first half, scored 41 in the second half. And they're going to call an over and back? No, Rico was across. Well, he didn't have his feet set. Did not have his feet set when he accepted the pass. Turnover Brush. That's their 14th. 1 minute expired in the third quarter. Wiggins 34, Brush 22. Wilson across the timeline on the outside left. That is Jackson Adams. Baseball pass in the corner. Wide open three is around. No good. And it's missed over there. Then tipped up and in by Michael Adamson. Wow, he's good. 15 points unofficially, as the three was missed initially by Izaguirre. Rico looking, still looking. Baseball pass to Thatcher Queen. Queen penetrating left baseline, turning, trapped over there. Bounce pass to Rico. Right wing, wide open. Reeves three is no good. Bauer-Reeves misses, and the ball is knocked out of bounds in the corner. It is off of Jace Izaguirre. Bee Diggers retain possession, down by 14 with 6:25 remaining in the third. Rico to trigger it in near the corner. Rico looks for Queen. He's going to feed Dre Bauer-Reeves instead. Right of the lane, turning, spinning, shooting, and scoring. Little 13-footer there by Dre Bauer-Reeves. His first points of the game, and then an up and under move the other way. That was a ridiculous make there by Jackson Adams with a left hand. He's got 12. They countered just like that. The lead is back up to 14. Ortiz was fouled from behind by Grady Wilson. They thought it was a clean steal. Grady Wilson commits his first foul, and he's got to watch out. He's certainly not happy with the official. It'll be Brush basketball, but they've got to play some defense to the Bee Diggers after they score, because that's the way they're going to get back into the game with 6 minutes to go in the third. Wiggins 38, Brush 24. Rico into Dre Bauer-Reeves, back to Rico on the high left, holding the ball up high. Dribbles towards the top. Swings it right side to Bauer-Reeves. Now to Rico. Baseball pass, free throw line to Ortiz. Spinning in the lane. Looking, under, hooking, and missing the shot. But bodied up and fouled by Jack Eppel. Man, all types of moves there by Ortiz to get to the stripe. Jack Eppel's committed his third. Eppel basically in there for defense because he's a big, strong kid. They've got enough offense around him. Edgar Ortiz, one of 6 seniors on this team, delivers the free throw. Ortiz has 5 points. Wiggins 38. Brush 25. Second free throw is up and perfect. 38-26. The Tiger lead is down to a dozen. 5:46 to go in the third quarter. Adams on the outside left, back out to Wilson. Now to Adams, holding the ball up high. Bounce pass to Izaguirre at the top. Check that. That's Adamson in the lane. Hooks it up and in with the left hand. They can't stop him. They cannot stop him at all. He's got 17 in the game. He just slithers his way into the lane, and then the ball is intercepted in the front court. Well, it was briefly, but Jackson Adams could not maintain control. They've got to do something about Michael Adamson. Double team him or something. Wayne Bach is trying to figure something out for that Wiggins offender. Rico to throw it in. Got to get rid of it. Does to Dre Bauer-Reeves. At the top, at the free throw line. Right to the lane. Bounce pass towards Rico. And it went off a Wiggins Tiger out of bounds. Brush to throw it in. Left to the basket on the offensive end. Rico to do it. 40-26. Wiggins with a 14-point lead. In the right corner for Poland. Dribbles to his left. Bounce pass to Ortiz. Right to the free throw line. Takes the dribble. Picks it up. Now to Dre Bauer-Reeves. In the corner, Poland takes a three. And he misses the three off the lip of the rim. Grady Wilson has the one-handed rebound for Wiggins. His third. Here's Adamson in the lane. Puts it up and in, and a foul. And Brush is now down. Jackson Adams, not Michael Adamson, scores. Nope, that's Izaguirre instead. Well, at some point, I'm going to get that one right. Izaguirre scores, and it's the and one. It's a 16-point lead. Edgar Ortiz commits his first. 42-26. Izaguirre's free throw is in the air. Book it. Biggest lead for the Tigers, 43-26 with 5 minutes to go in the third. In the backcourt, Thatcher Queen, bounce pass to Rico. Overhead pass near midcourt, that's Queen. Back to Rico, still in the backcourt. Into the front court to Queen, dribbles to his right. He's going to hand it off to Dre Bauer-Reeves. I'm not sure. There's Donovan back into the game. Here's Ortiz at the free throw line, lost control, got it back over to Dre. Dre right of the lane, spinning, turning, bounce pass to Ortiz, hooks it up and he misses, but a foul. Jack Eppel, I believe, committed his fourth. You're going to need a lot of those, but Brush defended Roaring Fork certainly a lot better than they're defending Wiggins. Free throw by Ortiz is right there. It's good. Edgar Ortiz, 7 points, 3 out of 3 from the line, all in this quarter. Second free throw for the senior is up and short. One-handed rebound is grabbed by Izaguirre. In the left corner with a basketball is Alex Tarango, now pulling up from 15 and scoring. They can't stop him. That's Grady Wilson this time. He's got 13. Now Brush is down 45-27. 4:20 to go in the third quarter. And then the ball is lost by Dre Bauer-Reeves. 14th, make it 15 turnover for Brush. And the layup is up and in with the left hand by Jackson Adams. The B-Diggers need a timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:09 remaining third quarter. Wiggins 47, Brush 27 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back for this regional final. For the Wiggins Tigers, the 9th seed lead the 25th seed Brush B-Diggers 47-27. It was a 7-point game after 1:15 at the break, and now they're up by 20. Eric Rico pressured Ortiz, now front court to Queen. Queen across the timeline to Ortiz at the free throw line. Spinning, turning, and then the ball is stripped from behind. There's a steal. Wilson alley-oop, put up and in. The alley-oop to Jackson Adams. And the lead is 22. Here's Donovan Bauer-Reeves taking a left wing three. Good for Donovan Bauer-Reeves. They need a ton of those now. He's got 12 in the game, leading the B-Diggers 49-30, down to a 19-point game. Izaguirre out to Wilson. Bounce pass in the corner for Adams. Down low for Izaguirre. Bodied up by Ortiz. He turns, he shoots, and scores. Little three-footer on the left baseline for Izaguirre. Wiggins cannot miss. 51-30. 3:15 to go in the game. Rico, bounce pass into third, I should say. Here's Thatcher Queen all the way. Banks and scores to the right of the basket. Thatcher Queen. Nice move by Thatcher. But again, can you defend this team? Thatcher's got 11 points. They're long, they're lean, and they can score. Wilson on the high right. Wiggins 51, Brush 32. Bounce pass to Adamson. 16-footer is no good. Oh, that looked like an over and back. There you go. Yeah, because Thatcher Queen went to the floor. An easy over and back. as the foul was committed by Arath Carrasco. Beat Diggers with a substitution. Here is Cassius Middlemist into the game for the first time. Rico to throw it in. In the backcourt is Dre Bauer-Reeves crossing the timeline. Outside left to Middlemist. Now behind Bauer-Reeves off his hands. 17 turnovers for Brush. Wilson bounce pass in the corner. Penetrating all the way up and under move. Shot is blocked. That shot taken by Adamson was blocked by Bauer-Reeves. And then, is that an offensive foul? It's against Wiggins and Grady Wilson. It's a turnover by Wiggins as the clock is stopped with 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Brush trails 51-32. Hit a couple of threes. You can make this a 12-point game. Bounce pass right in the lane. Conrad Kastrup turns, hooks it up, and he's fouled as he misses. He tried to throw whatever he could up there and was able to draw contact. And Conrad Kastrup to shoot two. And it appears that Jace Izaguirre committed the foul. For Wiggins, there were two defenders there. That's going to be his third. Kastrup's free throw is up and good for Conrad Kastrup. His first point of the game. The Beat Diggers are 4 out of 5 from the line in the quarter and 6 of 7 in the game. The senior for Brush dribbles, bends, shoots, connects. Wiggins 51, Brush 34, 2:25 remaining third quarter in this regional title game from Carbondale. And then that jump pass is tipped away, intercepted by Cassius Middlemist, and he turns, hooks, and he misses. Threw up an air ball off a great defensive play by Brush, but they could not convert on the offensive end. Here's Carrasco. Carrasco looking cross court, has the basketball. Now at the top, that's Tarango to Carrasco. Baseball pass here on the left wing, Izaguirre. Tarango in the left corner. Now to Carrasco, 12-footer, left side, no good. Ball is tipped around, still tipped around. That's a foul on Wiggins. Looked like Wiggins committed the foul. And that would be Grady Wilson, apparently, with a foul for Wiggins. And that'll put the Beat Diggers in the bonus. Again, Wilson with his second. Donovan Bauer-Reeves, the freshman, with 12 points to the line. This is a special player for Brush. Leading scorer all season. The free throw is in. They do graduate 6 from this team, but you've got a player like this you can build around. Second free throw is up, and that's perfect. Donovan Bauer-Reeves with 14. Wiggins 51, Brush 36. This was a 20-point game, so the Big Diggers are attempting to chip away. And Grady Wilson has the basketball for Wiggins, but they have not been able to stop Michael Adamson. There's Tarango. Carter Roberts into the game. In the left corner, Adams. Back to Tarango. Jump pass to Roberts. Roberts behind the three-point line. Right corner, Wilson. Down low, Carrasco has the shot blocked. Oh, they called a foul. Kastrup thought he had all ball off the miss. But they're going to call a foul, and Carrasco steps to the stripe to shoot two. Well, that was really close. Let's see if he can miss at least one. You don't want to counter 2 points with 2 points. Or have the other team, I should say. Miss a free throw, and you pick up a little bit of a victory. That free throw is off the back of the rim. Second free throw's upcoming for Arath Carrasco of Wiggins. This is for a berth in the 3A state quarters on Thursday from the University of Denver's Hamilton Gym. That's up, and that is short. Rebound to Kastrup. On the outlet pass to Donovan Bauer-Reeves, now to Rico. Bounce pass front court, and Donovan lost it. It was a perfect pass, taken away by Wilson. Jump pass to Tarango. Shot is blocked, and another foul on Kastrup. Tarango to the line to shoot a deuce. 18 turnovers unofficially for Brush. That has been their undoing. Free throw to be taken. Can he miss? Yep. Barely got to the rim. Wiggins is 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. Alex Tarango again. In the air. That is short. However, Carter Roberts grabs the rebound. They reset. Long three is up, and that's missed. And the rebound is controlled there by Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Reeves all the way. He has the shot blocked out of bounds by Jackson Adams. B-Diggers will have the basketball. Rico to throw it in. It was a 15-point game at the break, still at 15. Got to chip into it a little bit more right now. With a minute, 11 seconds to go in the third. Wiggins 51, Brush 36. Rico bounce pass down low for Kastrup. Turns, hooks, and he left it short. And then the ball is volleyballed around, still loose. Picked up by Carter Roberts of Wiggins. On the outlet to Adams. Front court pass to Roberts. Roberts with 56 seconds to go. At the free throw line, Adams, timeout. Wiggins with 55.6 remaining in the third. And the Tigers up by 15. You can count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. That's Wiggins Electric. We'll have the player of the game coming up in the post-game show, brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Yeah, that second quarter. The key in this game has been the end of the second quarter, the last 3.5 minutes, when Wiggins outscored Brush 13-0. Donovan Bauer-Reeves hit a three-pointer to make it 21-19, and then Wiggins fired away. They created some turnovers, and Brush is fighting back, but they've got to get to within 10, you would think, by about the 4-minute mark of the game. If they can't climb to within 10, they're not going to have a chance to win the game. It's not about winning now, it's a chance to win the game, because down by 15, you've got to create that opportunity. Kastrup, Dre Bauer-Reeves, Donovan Bauer-Reeves, Eric Rico, and Cassius Middlemist for Brush. Grady Wilson to throw it in the right corner to Adams. Back out to Tarango. Cross court to Roberts. Here's Arath Carrasco down low for Adams. Defender in the air. Right wing Wilson. Wide open three is left short. And the rebound on one bounce is taken by Cassius Middlemist. The B-Diggers are being given opportunities, but they've got to convert. Right side. Here's Cassius Middlemist. Swings it back out to Dre Bauer-Reeves in the corner for Middlemist. 32 seconds to go in the third. And then Conrad Castro banks and scores. The defender, Adams, goes to the floor. A little bit of a flopping job there by Jackson Adams. Kastrup took advantage, 51-38. 18 seconds to go in the third. Here is Tarango, guarded by Cassius Middlemist. At the top, swings it right side for Roberts. Inside pass to Carrasco, banks and scores. He got behind the Brush defense and was able to convert. 6 seconds to go. Here's Middlemist with three, with two in the corner. Got to get rid of it. Got to put up a desperation shot. He does, and he scores! Holy mahungus! What a shot by Middlemist. Falling away from that corner, he nails a three off a desperation heave from Cassius Middlemist. And the B-Diggers are trailing by only 12 as we head to the fourth quarter. Wiggins 53, Brush 41 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Cassius Middlemist just hit a huge three-pointer at the end of the third quarter. The B-Diggers trail 53-41 to Wiggins. Eric Rico with a basketball at the top. Swings it right side. That is Dre Bauer-Reeves. Now to Rico straight away, and then he threw it off the foot. That's a kicking violation against Grady Wilson. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Rudy's Tires with several locations across the area. There's always a Rudy's Tires location close by, and they can come to you on the farm, Rudy's Tires. Here's Edgar Ortiz back out to Rico. Left wing, Bauer-Reeves. 15-footer straight away is off the bottom of the net out of bounds. Tough miss there. Carrasco and Grady Wilson in that backcourt for Wiggins. And Michael Adamson has been very tough for Wiggins today. The B-Diggers unable to defend him. Here's Izaguirre in the corner now to Jackson Adams. Back out to Carrasco. Now here's Grady Wilson on the high right. Looking for a screen. Nearly dribbled it into the backcourt. Izaguirre down low for Adams. Left baseline. Defender in the air. Back out to Wilson straight away. Here's Michael Adamson right in the lane. Swings it back out to Carrasco. 7:05 to go in the game. Wiggins 53, Brush 41. An errant pass is stolen by Payson Poland. Poland in the lane all the way, puts it up and in, but he did travel. He did travel. That's a good call. There was a shuffling of the feet, a nice move there by Poland, but he needed an extra dribble, and it's the 19 turnover that is for the Beat Diggers. Wiggins with 8, with 6:57 to go in the game. And again, Wiggins will slow it down with a double-digit lead. Wilson in the left corner for Adams. Now here's Adamson, 16-footer. He bricked it. Hit the bottom of the backboard. Donovan Bauer-Reeves has the rebound for Brush. The Beat Diggers the other way. Need a bucket. And did they throw the ball away? They did. In the front court, wow. Can win basketball games. You're a talented team, but not against this Wiggins team that already beat you earlier this season. And again, Brush has been given opportunities. They were down by 20, so they have cut 8 points off the lead, but they need a lot more. Adams at the free throw line, into the lane. Jump pass to Adamson. Down low, here is Wilson in the right corner. Faking, driving, Izaguirre shooting. Offensive foul. He scored, but it doesn't count. Edgar Ortiz took the contact. Fourth foul by Izaguirre, 9th turnover for Wiggins. Rico to throw it into the backcourt. The Beat Diggers outscored Wiggins in that third quarter, 22-19. The offense was there, not enough defense. We have an inadvertent buzzer going off. Neither team has scored in the first minute, 37 seconds of this fourth quarter. The winner to face either Strasburg or Highland. They are playing right now in Strasburg in that regional title game for a chance to play in the state quarterfinals. Eric Rico throws it into Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Now to Rico, still in the backcourt. Rico to Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Now to Rico into the front court. Swings it right side to Dre. In the right corner is Payson Poland. Back out to Dre. Dre on the high right to Ortiz. Right in the lane. Turning. Has to kick it back out somewhere. Does to Dre. Dre to his right. Swings it right wing to Poland. Back out to Dre. Right in the lane. Jump pass to Poland. Takes a long three. It's partially blocked. It was blocked over there by Izaguirre. Here's Adams the other way. Leans, banks, misses. And the ball is loose on the floor, taken by Wilson. Now on the left baseline. Here's Adamson. Adamson fouled by Donovan Bauer-Reeves along the left baseline. Should be his third foul. It is. And to throw it in will be Grady Wilson. In the corner for Tarango. Tarango to his right, over to Adams. Jackson Adams holding the ball up high. Straight away, Adamson triple is off to the right. And the ball is tipped beautifully by Bauer-Reeves into the hands. It's Dre Bauer-Reeves of Edgar Ortiz. Again, Brush with opportunities. 5.5 to go in the game. Lob to Ortiz at the free throw line. Ortiz need at least maybe a three here from Donovan. It's up, and that is off the lip of the rim. He missed a long three. And the rebound to Michael Adamson of Wiggins. The teams have gone scoreless, and we've played almost 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Inside pass poked away by Donovan Bauer-Reeves, intercepted, and then a foul in the backcourt by Wiggins as the Tigers commit turnover number 10. And that was a push, maybe by Izaguirre. And no, they're going to say instead it was Michael Adamson with a second. The other way, Ortiz with the basketball. He's trapped. He's got to do something with it. Instead, he gets stripped from behind, and Wiggins comes away with it. Here's the long pass down low to Adams, and it's off his hands out of bounds. And these teams are playing street ball right now. 6 turnovers and no points combined in this fourth quarter. This is street ball. Some semblance of structure has got to take place. Rico, overhead pass. Taken by Payson Poland. Back out to Dre Bauer-Reeves. 4:44 to go in the game. Here's Ortiz into the lane. He tried to scoop it over to Rico, and the ball was tipped away, intercepted. This is atrocious basketball by both teams in the fourth quarter. 7 turnovers and no points. Alex Tarango, jump pass to Adams. Adams down low in the lane to Adamson. Turns, banks, and too strong. And the rebound to Donovan Bauer-Reeves. The Beat Diggers can make this a 10 or 9 point game, and a whistle and a foul in the backcourt that looks like it was Adamson again. Third team foul for Wiggins, and it was. Well, you can't say the Bee Diggers didn't have opportunities. There's still time, 4:23 to go. I mentioned during the third quarter, if they can make this a 10-point game with 4 minutes to go, there's a shot. Anything short of that, forget about it. Dre Bauer-Reeves tried a little baseball pass that was poked out of bounds at midcourt by Izaguirre. And to throw it in will be Dre, three-quarters court in front of the Wiggins bench. Check that, that's Rico to Dre. Free throw line to Ortiz, into the paint, turns, hooks, has the shot blocked out of bounds by Jack Eppel, who's got 4 fouls. And how many times do you see this in boys basketball? No points scored by both teams nearly midway through the quarter. In the corner, Queen with the basketball. Queen dribbles to his right, or to his left, back out to Ortiz. Now Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Bounce past Ortiz, straight away three, and that is up and good! Off the lip of the rim, it goes down for Edgar Ortiz. It just sat on the rim. And Ortiz scores for the first time in a while. 53-44, the Bee Diggers trying to get back into it. Here's a jump pass inside, poked away, intercepted. Long pass to Eric Rico. Rico bounce pass to Reeves, he banks and he misses! Oh, Dre Bauer-Reeves missed an easy layup. And then we've got a foul in the backcourt. Oh, that was huge. That could have been a 7-point game. Instead, the Bee Diggers commit a foul in the backcourt. We still have 3:38 to go. This game is not over. Foul was committed by Donovan Bauer-Reeves. That's his 4th. Wiggins has not scored in the quarter, but the Bee Diggers have only scored 3 points. In the left corner with the basketball is Adams. Bounce pass down low for Eppel. Eppel jump pass right side to Wilson. Wilson in the paint. Bounce pass inside to Eppel, and he banks it in. It was too easy. Jack Eppel was wide open. Brush outscoring Wiggins in the quarter 3-2. In the backcourt, 55-44. Wiggins leads Brush. Front court pass to Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Left-handed dribble. Donovan into the paint. Donovan swings it inside, wide open. Left-handed shot is up and in by Dre. That was a beautiful feed from Donovan to Dre, who banked it in. But Dre's only got 4 points. The lead is down to 9. 2:49 to go in this regional title game. Wiggins 55, Brush 46. Tarango straight away to Adams. Bounce pass, left wing. Here is Eppel. Got the loose change in there. Now he's on the floor. It could be a travel. No, a timeout. It would have been a travel as he was on his back, but immediately Wiggins calls a full timeout with 2:38 to go. And the Bee Diggers have cut 11 points off what was a 20-point lead. It's 55-46. Is it going to be too little, too late? Yeah, this is really just a matter of Brush not finding their shots, or not making their shots. They're finding them. They're just not making them. They had 64 points last night. It's the transversing or the transposing of the numbers today at 46. It's too bad there's no shot clock here, because Wiggins can now, and there will be, I believe starting next season in Colorado high school basketball, shot clock that will change everything. Because now Wiggins can milk it. The Bee Diggers have committed 2 fouls as a team in the fourth quarter. 5 gets you to the line. Wiggins with 3 team fouls. But the Bee Diggers need a steal at this point. Still not a good quarter for either team. Both teams have made 4 turnovers. Wiggins has scored just 2 points. And the Bee Diggers have tallied 5. 55-46. Grady Wilson to throw it in for Wiggins. Adams open in the left corner. Dribbles to his right. Jump pass back out to Adamson. Adamson. Jump pass. Nearly tipped away. Taken away by Dre Bauer-Reeves. Bauer-Reeves all the way. Turns. Scoops it up and he misses. But he did travel. That's another good call. That happened to Payson Poland earlier in this quarter. Rush has just been very impatient. 13 turnovers last night. 23 this afternoon. Wilson across the timeline at the free throw line. Bounce pass inside, turning, banking, and missing, and then putting it back up and in is Michael Adamson. Grabbed his own rebound and scored. 19 points unofficially. Wiggins 57, Brush 46. 2:05 to go in Brush's season. Donovan Bauer-Reeves into the front court to Thatcher Queen. Queen's going to hand it off to Dre. Dre near the corner. Bounce pass to Ortiz. Back out to Thatcher Queen. Steps to his left, takes the three, and misses short. Jack Epple with a rebound. And that looks like it's going to do it for the Beat Diggers. Here's Jace Izagirre across the timeline, a minute 43 to go. Over to Wilson. Inching closer to the state quarterfinals is Wiggins. Here's Izagirre near the top to Wilson. Jump pass. Here's Adams all the way. Right-handed layup up. Good. A foul to the line. It's an and one for Wiggins and Jackson Adams. Brush with a valiant comeback, but it's going to fall short, and Wiggins has extended the lead. 59-46. The Beat Digger foul by Edgar Ortiz is his third. And the free throw is no good. Nobody moved except the rebounder, Donovan Bauer-Reeves. They did make the shot. Here's Dre Bauer-Reeves. The three is blocked. Blocked by Izagirre, and he grabs the block. Oh, my gosh. That was an outstanding athletic play. Rarely do you see the guy block a three, and then he grabs the ball in midair. And we've got a pushing violation, a pushing foul against Dre Bauer-Reeves with a minute 10 to go. We'll have a quick post-game show coming up. We'll keep it right here. I'll just calculate the numbers as we go along so we can congratulate the 6 seniors on this team for Brush as they trail 59-46. Izagirre underneath the basket had the ball poked out of bounds from Queen, by Queen, with a minute 5 to go. Grady Wilson to throw it in for Wiggins. Wilson looking, still looking. Swings it back out to Izagirre. Now to Wilson, and then his pass is going to be tipped away. It's loose on the floor, and it's still loose and taken away by Dre Bauer-Reeves. Bauer-Reeves, 54 seconds to go on the high right to Rico. Here's Thatcher Queen, right at the free throw line. Straight away, Ortiz fakes the three, dribbles to his right, backs up. He's going to feed Queen with a left-handed dribble. Queen looking, swings it cross court to Donovan Bauer-Reeves, penetrates left baseline all the way, puts it up, misses, but a foul. Donovan to the line, leading the Beat Diggers in scoring today with 14 points. He'll take 2 free throws. Looks like Jack Epple is fouled out for Wiggins. Carter Roberts, the son of Scott Roberts, like myself, a longtime radio voice in Morgan County, no longer calling games. Free throw is good, so we can watch. Well, his daughter graduated a few years ago. Now Carly, and now Carter is junior. Free throw is good by Donovan. Second free throw, back rim. Rebound to Adamson. What has he not done? 59-47, and then a steal by Rico. And here's Dre Bauer-Reeves, jump pass to Rico. Fakes the three, steps in, over to Ortiz, takes the three, misses short. Rebound to Donovan Bauer-Reeves. He banks and scores. Donovan Bauer-Reeves scores for Brush. 17 points in the game, but you're down by 10. 59-49 with 22 seconds to go. Wiggins had 8 turnovers in the first 3 quarters, 7 alone in this quarter. So they've got 13 in the game. Yeah, that deficit is just too much with that little time. Wiggins will improve to 18-7. The Beat Diggers will end their season at 12-13. But I tell you what, it was exciting what happened last night for the Beat Diggers. And then they really held their own in this game, except late in the second quarter. It just got away from them completely. They turned it over. Wiggins was hot. And that's the way basketball games are won. Sometimes with those little spurts, which Wiggins was able to accomplish during the second part of that second quarter. And that 2-point game, which was very promising for Brush, became a 15-point lead at halftime. Ortiz, Queen, Dre Bauer-Reeves, Donovan Bauer-Reeves, and Eric Rico. 4 of those 5 out there for Brush are seniors. Donovan a freshman. Looks like Adamson is going to throw it in. No, it's Izagirre instead to Wilson. Let's see the Beat Diggers foul. Wilson maintains the dribble, lobs it in the left corner, actually in the bounce to Adams, back out to Adamson. Adamson with 12 seconds to go, and there's the foul, which I guess Eric really didn't have to in the end. They should have fouled much earlier if they're going to play the foul game, because there's only 9.6 seconds to go. But you go for the steal, and maybe you get lucky. It didn't happen there. And here to the line, Jackson Adams, 16 points unofficially. And again, I'm sure these totals will be updated and more accurate once they get online. He's got 2 free throws. The first one is short. Brush is going to make the final look pretty respectable. They lost by 11 during the regular season. If Adams makes this, it'll be an 11-point game as well. That was a 45-34 victory by Wiggins over Brush and Brush on January 23rd. That free throw is up and in and out. The rebound to Donovan Bauer-Reeves. Long pass, 3 in the corner, is off the bottom of the net by Thatcher Queen, and that is it. The Wiggins Tigers scored just 6 points in the fourth quarter, but the Beat Diggers had 8. Wiggins wins the game by a score of 59-49. They are the Region 8 champions in Carbondale. As we get to the post-game show, presentation will be made here to the Wiggins players and the entire Wiggins team as the Bee Diggers go down to defeat in this regional title game. The post-game show brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. Wiggins led 19-12 after 1, 34-19 at the break. By 12 after 3, they were up by 20 at one point. The Bee Diggers shaved the lead down to single digits, but Wiggins would win the game 59-49 unofficially. 19 points for Michael Adamson, 16 for Jackson Adams, 15 points for Wiggins' Grady Wilson. Then you had 5 in the game from J.C. Zaguirre, 2 apiece for Jack Eppel and Arath Carrasco. The Bee Diggers were led by freshman Donovan Bauer-Reeves with 17 points, 11 for Thatcher Queen, 10 points for Edgar Ortiz. Dre Bauer-Reeves had 4, as did Conrad Kastrup, and 3 in the game for Cassius Middlemist. The Bee Diggers from the free throw line took quite a few free throws in the second half. They were 8 out of 10 in the second half, and 10 of 12 in the game. Wiggins has got to pick it up from the free throw line if they're going to do anything in their next game, because they were 1 out of 8 from the free throw line in the second half, and 3 out of 10 in the game, just at 30%. But Wiggins moves to 18-7, and again, Brush ends their season at 12-13. Play of the game is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Of course, the post-game show once again brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Morgan Community College, start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. Well, we'll give our 6 seniors the player of the game for the Bee Diggers. Final games for Eric Rico, Thatcher Queen, Dre Bauer-Reeves, Edgar Ortiz, Payson Poland, and Conrad Kastrup. A season that got the Bee Diggers to the regional title game and into the Sweet 16 after pulling off a stunner last night. 2 prolific victories for Brush this season, tonight and last night, I should say, and that 56-41 victory at home on January 27th against Strasburg. Congratulations to the Wiggins, as they will play on Thursday in the state quarterfinals against either Strasburg or Highland, and that will be from the University of Denver's Hamilton Gym. Well, next up would be Brush baseball. Kevin Fergus will be covering the Bee Diggers all season long. Get to conference games and some non-conference games as well. I'm John Beltran with the final score of this Class 3A Region 8 title game from Carbondale. The 9th seed Wiggins Tigers 59. The 25th seed Brush Bee Diggers 49. You've been listening to Brush P. Digger Basketball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.